Good morning. I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day outside. Welcome to the Summit Heights Saturday Update. I'm Pastor Chris Hallett coming to you live from Summit Heights United Methodist Church here at 7400 Outer Loop, Louisville, Kentucky, United States of America. To all of you who are out there, welcome to the Saturday Update. Okay, got a lot to cover this morning, so I'm going to kind of go a little quickly here, but some very, very important news, very important updates, especially if you're planning to worship with us live tomorrow morning. So I want to first start off with that, our COVID-19 update. You probably are aware that the CDC issued some new guidelines about masks and not wearing masks and wearing masks and who's supposed to wear masks and who doesn't need to wear masks. And so you're probably up to date on that news, but I want to talk to you how that's going to affect worship here at Summit Heights. Also, we received updated guidelines from the Kentucky Annual Conference Reentry Task Force. And so based on those guidelines, based on what the CDC put out on Thursday, the Summit Heights United Methodist Church reentry team has been in communication just yesterday and then early this morning to make some adjustments to how we're going to move forward. And about tomorrow, we're not going full bore with this thing yet because there's some things we need to change about for staff and things like that. So what I'm saying is there are some things that are going to require our staff to do some work, and there's not time to get that done by tomorrow. So here's what we're doing starting tomorrow. Okay? Beginning tomorrow morning at worship, masks are optional for fully vaccinated people, and then masks are still required for those who are unvaccinated. So let me explain to you what that means. If you've only had one dose of the vaccine, or if you've had no doses of the vaccine, or if you've had both doses of your vaccine, but it hasn't been 2 weeks since your final dose, then you're still considered unvaccinated or not yet fully vaccinated. So we're asking you, when you come to worship, to continue to wear your mask the entire time you're inside the building. Once you're outside, that's a different thing. But inside the building, we're asking you to continue to wear your mask. So this is the honor system. We're not going to be checking your cards when you come in the door. We're just going to trust that you're going to be honest and put the best interests of others in front of yourself, and continue to wear a mask when you are in the building. Now, for those of you who are fully vaccinated, that means that it's been at least 2 weeks since your second shot, if you have the Pfizer or Moderna shot, or your first shot, if you have the Johnson & Johnson shot. If there's been 2 weeks since that shot, then you're considered fully vaccinated. You're fully protected. Now, it's not 100%. No vaccine is 100%, but these vaccines are actually more effective even than the clinical trials showed. So as now millions and millions of people have been vaccinated, they're discovering it's highly effective. They've done it's amazing. Really, it's almost miraculous. Thank God for this vaccine. So if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. It's still optional. If you want to wear a mask, that's up to you. We're not going to take your mask off, okay? And we're not checking at the door if you have your card with you. So if you're vaccinated, fully vaccinated, you're welcome to not wear a mask. It's not required. And if you're unvaccinated, then we still want you to wear a mask. The same holds for our Sunday school. Even in the smaller rooms, smaller space, according to the CDC, those kind of meetings are safe for fully vaccinated people not to wear their masks. Again, if you're not fully vaccinated, you want to wear your mask in Sunday school. Also, cleaning for our Sunday school, there was a little bit of confusion. That was my fault last week. We want to continue to clean the Sunday school rooms after we're using them. Right now, the guidelines from the CDC and the conference are unclear, and we're just not sure. So right now, for safety's sake, just to make sure that we are keeping everybody healthy and safe, because the Sunday school rooms are used by other groups during the week, we just want to make sure that we're not spreading this thing through touch, which is kind of hard to do anyway. But we're going to continue to clean the Sunday school rooms after use for the time being. Sorry for the confusion about that, but that's what we're going to do. Also, back to worship, talking about worship, one thing I just noticed I left. We're going to stand and sing during worship. If you're fully vaccinated, we encourage you to stand and sing just like you normally would, kind of going back to normal as far as singing is concerned for those who are fully vaccinated. However, if you're not yet fully vaccinated, we want you to, you can stand, we want you to stand for the songs, but we don't want you singing out loud. We want you to make sure your mask is on and just kind of hum to yourself, just kind of like what we've been doing. But for those of us who are fully vaccinated, we're going to stand and sing. So you're going to see me tomorrow if you're in person worship, not wearing a mask. I'm fully vaccinated and have been for quite some time. I got the vaccine as soon as I possibly could. As soon as they would allow me to get the vaccine, I got the vaccine. And I encourage you, if you're questioning, if you're wondering whether or not you need the vaccine, there's different people in different circumstances. I want to encourage you to have that conversation with your doctor. I want you to be proactive about that. Have that conversation with your doctor. And then probably you're going to want to follow that advice that your doctor gives because they're going to know what's best for you. And it's not just, the vaccination is not just for you, but the vaccination is for all of us. It's one of the ways, it's one of the tools that God has put into our hands to be able to keep one another safe and watch over one another in love. So I encourage you to get the vaccine if you haven't done so. Talk to your doctor about it and see what's best for you. And I think that, I just want to encourage you. I have gotten the vaccine, and I'm thankful that I did. And I'm thankful that we're at this place now where we don't have to wear the masks everywhere like we used to. So that's one of the benefits. Don't have to wear a mask. So that's wonderful. All right. Now, moving on. We are going to celebrate our graduates on Sunday, May the 30th. So if you have a graduate from a high school, trade school, college, graduate school, whatever, send us their name, the school where they graduated from, and their picture, and we want to celebrate them. We invite you to be in worship with us on Sunday, May the 30th. But even if they're not there, we're going to celebrate them and pray for them and bless them. We're also getting them a small gift, just to recognize them and to give thanks to God for them. So we're going to bless them, give them a gift. So send name, school, and picture to secretary@summitheightsumc.org so we can celebrate your graduate. All right, next, online bulletin. We're still doing this. This is one of the things I was talking about. We're able to do bulletins now, but because we just found out we didn't have time to get it together for this week, so hopefully next week we should have bulletins, actual real bulletins for worship. But right now, we're not doing that, so you can go to summitheightsumc.org/bulletin, or just go to our website and click on the worship tab and the bulletin tab underneath it, and you can download that bulletin, print it out, bring it to church tomorrow, or just simply use it on your cell phone. If you're worshiping with us online, then you can it's a little more fuller bulletin than what's in the online platform. So tomorrow we're starting a new series of messages called Exalted. I'm very excited. Appreciating the Ascension. Tomorrow is Ascension Sunday. Celebrates one of the major events in the ministry of Jesus. So we're going to look at that, talk about that, and about the implications for our lives today. We're going to do the whole series. Jesus ascended into heaven, and currently right now today, is seated at the right hand of the Father. That's the place of authority and power. Jesus is Lord. He is reigning as King. Now, I'm just curious, when's the last time you heard a sermon on the ascension of Jesus, or a whole sermon series for that matter? I've not preached very many, but I felt led by the Lord to develop this series of messages to help you live into the fullness of Christ's presence and Christ's blessings in your life. And I'm going to piggyback off of a book by a fellow by the name of Steve Siemens. I meant to have that graphic on here, and I forgot to put it on here. So anyway, there's a book. I'll talk about it some more tomorrow. It's called The Unseen Real by Steve Siemens. There's a link to that book in the online bulletin and also in the e-news from this past week. If you just want to go deeper, it's a book written for anybody, any Christian, any person really could read this book and gain incredible insights and blessings from Dr. Siemens. He was one of my seminary professors, by the way. So piggybacking off of that book for this series, and it's a good resource to work through as we spend the next several weeks thinking about the implications of the fact that Jesus Christ is exalted, that he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He's currently reigning and ruling in heaven, and he's going to come back from there someday to judge the living and the dead and establish his kingdom. So we're excited about the ascension. I'm excited to talk to you about that tomorrow and share what God's laid on my heart for you from the text, from the scripture, about being, tomorrow is heavenly minded. We want to be heavenly minded so we can be earthly good. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow worship is every Sunday, 10:45. We're worshiping online at summitheights.online.church, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and, of course, in person here at 7400 Outer Loop. Now, I do want to say a word of apology to those of you who are online folks. We had a major mix-up last week with the online platform, and that was user error, and I'm the user. I'm the one that made the error. So I've checked and double-checked this week. It's set up. It's ready to go, barring some other technical difficulty, which we've not had. You should be able to enjoy worship online at the summitheights.online.church. That's the preferred spot, the preferred space to worship online, to go to church online. If you're in person or online, I invite you to bring a friend. Invite a friend. Tell them about the Lord, what the Lord's doing in your life. Tell them about what God's doing here at Summit Heights. We want to reach out into our social networks and our neighborhoods and be used by God to be a blessing to others. Another way you can do that and help us get the word out is by liking and sharing this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, like our Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to that YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything. Invite someone to worship with you, even if you're worshiping online or in person. Invite people. Let's get the word out. I'll see you tomorrow as we celebrate the ascension of Jesus Christ and what that means for our lives today. Hope you today enjoy this beautiful day that we have and have a blessed day.